Hey home buyers, if you're looking about purchasing a home in the Geneva Lakes area, here's the inside scoop that's going to impact your home purchase plans. So let's dive in. First off, let's look at months of supply. So right now it is sitting at 4.3 in Walworth County. And this means that we're in a balanced market where supply and demand are relatively equal. So if you have less than 4 months of inventory, that means you're in a seller's market. Anything above 6 months of inventory and you are in a buyer's market. Between 4 and 6, that's a balanced market. So we've exited out of the seller's market, now into a balanced market, and we are slowly moving in the direction of a buyer's market, which is good for you. This means it's going to be much easier for you to buy a home this year compared to the past years, as there's a healthy amount of inventory of homes for sale in the Geneva Lakes area for you to choose from. And it's more so in the Lake Geneva area, the 53147 zip code. Despite higher prices, it's moving more into a buyer's market. And I'm going to circle back on why that's happening. Looking at this graph, it is the list to sold price percentage. Right now, it is at roughly 95% for both Walworth County and Lake Geneva. This means that homes are typically selling very close, but less than what the listing price was. This is a positive sign for you as a buyer, as it shows that today's sellers, they're willing to negotiate as they know that competition for homes for sale in not just Walworth County, but also Lake Geneva is getting stronger. But it's also still pretty competitive enough that you can't expect to make lowball offers and win in this market. And this graph, that one, it looks dramatic and it looks like, hey, maybe am I about to get into market and catch falling knives? Not so much, because it's normal for this sales to list price ratio to fluctuate between 100 to 90%. So this is nothing to be worried about. Perfect example, we listed a property for sale in Lake Geneva and we ended up having 3 offers. 2 of them were over asking price, but the seller ended up going for the offer that was a little bit less than asking price because it was all cash with a quick closing. So the market is still very competitive, and that's why I'm not worried about a sales to list price ratio of 95%. It's still strong. All right, looking at this graph, this is the median days on market. Right now it's 54 in Walworth County and 45 in Lake Geneva, which is relatively short amount of time. Anything between 40 and 60 days on market is relatively healthy and strong. This indicates that homes are selling at a healthy yet competitive rate, but they aren't flying off the shelves, meaning you can move at a normal pace when you're doing your home search. You don't have to rush up to come see something or drop everything you're doing, but you want to move quickly if you find a well-maintained home in a price range that is in demand, which we'll get into soon. This is what I mean. Here is the median sold price of homes in Walworth County. It is the most accurate and up-to-date reflection of the overall value of properties in the area, and it can help you gauge how much you should be paying for a home in this area. So for example, in all of Walworth County, the median sold price of homes is about $390,000. However, the median home price of homes sold in and around Lake Geneva, it's at about $550,000. So if you're looking for a home for sale in that price range, that's where you're going to find a lot of competition. So you're going to want to move quickly, like I mentioned earlier. However, homes sitting on the market, as shown by active listings, that's at $550,000 to $650,000 respectively. So it's less competition, and you'll have much more time and more negotiating power looking for homes in that price range because there's less demand. Which is what's happening in the Lake Geneva area and why it's even more of a balanced market, because homes there are higher priced and it's above what the majority of people are looking for. So there's less demand for it, hence why it's more of a buyer's market, even though it is priced higher. Looking at these 2 tables, we're going to look at demand as far as what are the most frequently bought price ranges of homes. So in Walworth County, the most frequently sought after homes are between the price range of $250,000 and $650,000. In Lake Geneva, it's between $300,000 and $650,000. Same thing with pending listings. Now switching over to supply. So supply, this is going to come mainly from construction, new listings, and active listings. The bulk of that is going to be active listings. And as you can see here in Walworth County, the most amount of homes that are sitting on the market right now are between the $300,000 and $1.5 million price range. In the Geneva Lakes area, it's between $300,000 minus those two red squares up to $1.5 million and more. All right, so this table shows the median sold price of homes in various areas versus the median list price of homes sold in those various areas. So the median sale price of homes, as I mentioned, this is where the majority of buyers are. What are they looking for in that particular area? In the Lake Geneva area, the majority of buyers are looking for homes in the $490,000 price range. In Elkhorn, it is about $360,000. In Delavan, it's about $340,000. And in Burlington area, it's about $350,000. That's what the majority of buyers are looking for. The median list price, that's what the majority of sellers are listing their homes for, or the types of homes that sellers are putting on the market. As you can see in Lake Geneva, the median list price is about $570,000. That's about $80,000 over what the majority of buyers are looking for. So if you are looking for a home in and around the median sale price, you're going to have a lot of competition and probably not a lot of inventory, and you'll likely see multiple offers, and it's going to take some time for you to find a home. If you're looking for properties at the price range of the median list price or above, you can probably take your time. There is going to be ample supply, probably not a lot of competition, and so you're not going to have to compete against multiple offers, and you'll have typically more negotiating power with that. All right, that wraps it up of what's going on in the Geneva Lakes area. If you are a buyer and you're looking for a home, I look forward to working with you. Thanks for stopping by.